game of let's pretend. Let's pretend you were here with me right now in my woods. It's such a beautiful time of year. The leaves are falling so gently. I'm grateful for that because when the wind comes, it's going to take them down in a hurry. My paths are covered with the most beautiful color of gold and tan. And Mr. Murphy is here with me. Want to say hello to the people, Mr. Murphy? Say hi, people. But this is my special place. This is my happy place. And I look for found objects at a variety of secondhand shops near my house. And here, this beautiful little angel is right above a cavern under this tree. And who knows what animals have used that for shelter. Hi, Renata. I just love this beautiful, I call it my fairy forest, that I created paths and I have my rake handy and I keep cleaning off the paths as the leaves gather. And it just makes me feel at peace and believing in all possibilities because we really do need to get used to saying goodbye to things, right? Here I have a couple of little fairies, Murphy, that are in this basket. And they're looking up at the Murphy. I'm trying to show the people the fairies. Murphy, come here, jump off. Come on. Here's my little fairies in the basket looking up at the trees. And here I have an angel. I've had this angel for a really long time. Traveled to Mexico with me and all the way up here to Tennessee. And here's where I sit to do readings. I don't have my cards with me. I should always remember to carry my cards with me because um, you never know when you're going to get the itch to pull some cards. But this is a beautiful time of year. And like I was saying, that we need to get used to the idea of letting things go. These trees, I don't think, are in mourning or sad or upset that they have to shed their leaves. That's kind of reserved to humans. Hi, Threadis, welcome. I'm so glad to see you here as I'm just taking a little walk in the woods. It's supposed to get cold this week. They said a high of 25. Excuse me, a low of 25 in the next couple days. So you got to watch your pipes and everything. Here's my rake that is ready for these paths really need my attention. And so I will be out to declutter. I did put a message out about decluttering as one of the most special magical things that we can do in our life for manifestation purposes. I also have hung a few Christmas ornaments out here just because I can. And this just makes me sigh. Here's my little fairy village that is completely covered in leaves right now. See if I can just pull some of them out of the way so you can see. And I am a big fan of the dollar stores. I don't know if you guys are too, but it's just so fun to be able to pick up things that make me happy. And my little flower, my little fairy. And this actually here, this is a bank, and I put some pennies in it for good luck. And then the rest of these little houses all came from the dollar store. And this is again, this tree that's laying here is just another example of nature doing its thing. It just allows a lot of mushrooms and other kinds of fungi to grow, which is part of the natural aging process. There's a lot of um, trees that are down in this woods. In fact, over there, like way over there, kind of up that direction, I found some gravestones. One of them was from a little child that was like 2, and the gravestone was hand carved, little hazel. And then they put hash marks to show the years since the child passed. And there were also a couple of gravestones from the Civil War. So it's just so interesting how history changes and the fact that this land was a farmstead 100 years ago, and there was a family living on it. And you can see through the trees a little bit over there. That's where my apartment is. And and I'm so fortunate that this place is here for me to explore and wander and just enjoy nature for what it is. It always makes me feel encouraged and inspired. Never fail. So here I created this little archway out of a couple of saplings. I kind of strapped them together and and added some silk flowers and bells, and these things are like they're Christmas decorations, they're shiny. So once all the leaves are gone, I when I come back out here, you guys, when the weather has really changed, and you'll be able to see how much of the sky shows through. It's really beautiful. I almost like this woods better in the winter, for a couple of reasons, even if I have to bundle up. And, but this tree here, this will not turn brown. This remains green over the winter months. And I don't remember the name of it. I'll have to look it up. But we have a lot of hickory trees in the woods, and symbolism of the hickory tree is being legalistic, which cracks me up because, hey, Mr. Murphy, you want to say hi to the people? Yeah, good boy. Because hickory is symbolic of the law. You know, like Old Hickory was the name of, I think, Andrew Jackson, one of our presidents. But the thing is about legal matters is there's a lot of arguing. There's a lot of discord, there's a lot of pickiness, right? But to the good, because you don't want to get away you don't want someone to get away with something that's not good for people. But it reminds me not to argue with nature, not to argue with, spiritual guidance. And this is reminds me of Archangel Michael. You guys know how much Archangel Michael's an important part of my life and our readings here. There's a mosquito. But what I like to do sometimes is to spin this and then use it as a breathing practice. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Breathe with me. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So grateful for these little reminders that keep me on target. I don't want to be picky. I don't want to get all blingy and try to find somebody else to carry the burden of my mistakes. I want to be able to detach as easily as these leaves detach from the trees. And right now, it just, to my mind, just looks like a mess in here because you can barely see the paths. So I will definitely revisit this week after I've done a little bit more raking so you can see how gorgeous it is when it is properly tended. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the time you spend with me on my channel. I appreciate the support for my new account over at Hipsy. If you look at my homepage of this channel, right next to my picture is a link that says Hipsy. And that's where you can arrange to get readings from me and either live or recorded. So I do appreciate you taking time to peek at it and give me your feedback. And so here I have a fairy that's hanging, and her little outfit is getting a little gray. I think it started white once upon a time. But now she's been hanging here for a while, so she's getting a little bit of coloration on her beautiful outfit. And then over here, I have a wind chime hiding somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Which tree? Oh, there it is. And here's my wind chime. Let's give it a little ring. So anyway, I just couldn't help but give you a little bit of a tour. Me and Murphy, we will be back. I do want to do readings in the woods, and I might be able to tomorrow. I just have to figure out how to pack up and come on out here. And it's supposed to be a beautiful day. So 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, Central Time. I'm going to be coming on with the readings, and you will be able to get a free yes no card reading for you directly. Okay. And so I have it all organized and make it super easy for you to get your free reading tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time. And God willing, I will be out here in the woods doing the readings. So go forth and prosper, my friends, and I will see you at the next tour of the fairy garden. Love you.